Good evening. My name is Nicholas Joseph Rosales, and this is session number 126 of Enunciation Perfection. Today, I was actually going to go over the homework from the summit, the Tony Robbins summit. And I just typed this up right now, and then I'm going to give you the version that I wrote, and then I'm going to give you the version that was professionalized by AI. Now, there was no rules for this, so I just did it. So I'm going to give you both so you guys don't think I'm cheating or think that I'm disobeying any rules or whatever, but I'm going to go ahead and read them both. So I'm going to read you my words, and I'm going to read you the words that I told AI to professionalize it with me for, or whatever, however you say that. So again, this is session number 126. I might as well make this a session as well and go ahead and post it in their Facebook group. By the way, I don't use Facebook as I used to anymore, so I will not be in this group a lot. Because for the simple fact that I cannot really get into my account and the app, and it's just annoying for me to even try. So I'm just, detached from that scenery, and I'm okay with that. So I don't really, I'm okay with not being in that group. However, I would like to. It's just like I don't want to go through all that password bullshit. You know what I mean? It's fucking annoying. So I'm not gonna go through that or stress myself up because I know that that's not what you would want, and I know that you guys know that I'm getting the best out of this because I am still attending the summit. I am still attending it. I did see the whole thing today, and I will plan on going back to see it tomorrow. But I will not be in this group, this Facebook group, actively. I'm sorry, but this is just not something I'm doing, and I'm happy for everybody else that is. It's just not what I'm doing. All right. But you could always reach me at projectplubit@gmail.com or on X. Yes, on X. It's at ANewWayNCKRSLS1. Okay, so you can find me there. Or yeah, I'm not doing the whole Facebook thing. I'm sorry. I love Facebook, I really do. But that whole not being able to get in there is fucking annoying the shit out of me. So I don't like that. So I'm sorry, but it's just not working out that way. Notes from the summit. Okay, so the complexity is an enemy of execution, Tony Robbins said. Okay, there's 3 steps to a breakthrough. Story, state, and strategy. Alright, and then the homework was to tell you guys what my old story was. My old story was somebody living for today without regard for tomorrow. All the time. That's always how I lived. I was always living in the now. I didn't care about my future or what was going to happen tomorrow. You could see that as a good thing, or you could see that as a bad thing. I saw it as a good thing at the time. I feel like I am more improved for the past 4 months already. So a lot of that has to do with my eye ulcer and some things that I went through, and how I believe that enhanced my mind as well as took away my vision. So you lose one sense, you gain another in the most literal sense, but cognitively, and a lot of people don't take that into consideration. People take the whole, when you lose a sense, you gain another. They're taking the whole senses like your sight, hearing, smell. I'm talking about cognitive senses, alright? So what it really does is it opens my mind by stimulating my mind to actually work double time for making up for that other eye that I can't see out of. And this is a lot of brain activity. So a lot of brain activity that's never been used before, or never was forced to be used before 4 months ago. So it's like having a new part of my brain that I'm exercising constantly, and it's just exercising and growing and growing and growing. And there's no way to explain it, but I just have extra senses now, and I'm more smarter than ever. That's all I tell you. And there's more about it in Project Plubit. If you guys read more about Project Plubit later or whenever, I post that all over my site. If I invited you, great. I invited Tony Robbins, actually. I sent him an actual full packet information in the mail. I'm not sure if he received that or not, but I also sent him an eye patch and probably a journal. And also a bracelet with blue fruit loops. So, I'm not sure if he got that or not, but I got his address from the newsletter he sends me, the Mira Mesa one or whatever, and I sent it there. So I don't know if he got it or not, and it really doesn't matter to me, but that is the study that will explain to you a little bit more about how I believe that I am more advanced and enhanced than ever before. Alright, my new story is someone with the drive to finish what I set out to accomplish, and with or without help or interference of haters. So a lot of times before, not so much now, but a lot of times before, I would have haters, and they would do things that would annoy me, and probably purposely, and I would let that get to me. But right now, they're nothing to me. These haters are like basically little tiny ants. No offense, Ant-Man, but they're like gone to me. Okay, so they're like irrelevant to me. But I still get their ways to try to hold me back, basically. Try to stop me from accomplishing my goals. But that's not going to work because I don't need them to accomplish my goals. I'm doing this out without the expectation of help from anybody. And what I'm doing is this Enunciation Perfection Course, okay? I'm at 126 sessions. This is the 126th session. Now, I've been committed to doing this something daily that is this, and I do this every single day, with the sole purpose of improving my speech as well as other speech. So we're trying to improve our communication by enunciating daily, with the sole intent and purpose of enunciating daily. That will perfect our speech in the long haul. Alright, so practice makes perfect. Eventually, you will not have to enunciate, but you will get used to enunciating so much that your enunciated words will come out so smoothly that it will not sound like you are enunciating. Alright, so let's see. Okay. So, the purpose of improving my speech as well as others, to improve communication and confidence of others, and whilst doing so, carefully enunciating my variety of ideas and creating actionable steps toward making those ideas realities. Okay, so basically, I want investors to see my ideas and be like, okay, hey, yeah, I want to get in on this. Let's do this together. I want them to discover my ideas. I want them to see that I am working hard towards my ideas every single day, with or without the expectation of their help. Sure, it would be lovely, but sure, I'm not going to rely on someone to make my dreams and goals come true. I am doing this with or without help from anybody. So, let's see. During my Enunciation Perfection, which I am releasing in the end of January, in 3 or 2 more days, I will be releasing the first volume. And that is sessions 1 through 40, okay? And I'm releasing it on a flash drive. I already have the first one made up, and I wasn't going to release it like this because I actually wanted to save money so I could get the flash-based flash drives, but I'm not making money, so I can't save anything I'm not making, right? So basically I'm working with what I'm blessed with, okay? And that is very, very, very little money, but I am investing all my hard work and daily acts of enunciating and giving you that idea of having a best friend right by you doing the same thing you are. Improving ourselves, okay? We are improving our speech every single day by enunciating, okay? No matter what. So eventually you will become a better speaker, a more confident speaker. When you get tired of hearing ha's or what's, then it's time to start working on yourself. Okay, so this is my completed box that I am going to actually sell. This is my first prototype of my box that I made for this thing. So this is what I'm going to be selling, okay? I'm going to put a box over this, and I'm going to sell this course with my flash drive in it. It says Enunciation Perfection by Nicholas Joseph Rosales. This one has a little bit more than 40 sessions on it. And whoever gets this one will be blessed with however many sessions are on this, which is probably well into volumes 2 and 3. But the next ones are going to be the ones that I actually copy onto another flash drive and another box like this, because I can't afford much else. But I do decorate them by hand, and I do make my own documents. And in this whole program, I make my own documents and I perfect them in the nice ways. I even give you guys a PowerPoint tutorial on how you guys can make your own PowerPoint presentations and Word documents. Alright? There are a lot of things that I have learned. I actually got certified for Microsoft Office before, so I have the experience to use Microsoft Office products like Excel, Access, Microsoft Word, and PowerPoint. So I know how to use them already. But you get skilled once you use them if you start using them often, you start picking up more skills, okay? So the more you use it, the better you'll get. And fortunately, I use them every single day. So I am just getting better and better and better and better. And you guys will notice this too from sessions 1 through session 40. It is actual proof of improvement that I hope that I can grant you guys to have for yourselves as well. Alright? Along with time lapses of your guys' improvement of your guys' recording yourselves enunciating from day 1 to day 40. Okay, so my hope is that somebody will see my hard work and want to actually invest and want to actually be part of one of my ideas in here, if not all of them. Alright, but at first I was pushing Project Plubit on everybody. And Project Plubit is this little thing right here. I don't know, I gifted a lot of people these folders that have the whole itinerary and 21 pages of different, you know, aspects of this and guidelines and rules and stuff like that, but I simplified it. During these sessions, I simplified it down to 3 pages, and I took off any key dates. I took off any because when I first set out to do it, it was to put an eye patch on her eye for 1 month, okay? And there are like some things that I wanted, some statistics that I wanted from people so that I could finally prove that cutting off a sense is going to make your brain work overtime and give you extra senses by exercising muscles that it's never had to utilize before, from a baby to the full month, alright? So that stimulation and that exercise of working your muscles in your brain that you never worked before, because you never had to, and I was forced to in order to realize all this, will make you undeniably smarter. And I want statistics to prove this so that I can force the rest of the people in our world to want to be better and want to improve themselves, okay? By the simple act of covering one eye for 1 month, nurturing those muscles, exercising those muscles, and then taking the eye patch off. That's how I wanted to prove it. And I believe it will work. I mean, why wouldn't it? I've developed so many different things, like, okay, and it's cognitive training protocols, alright? So, if you lose sight of one eye, your mind's going to be trying to figure out what's going on. It can't see out of one eye, so your perception gets different. Your whole... It's like your whole brain has to rewire itself to look more than the average person does. But that whole working hard in your brain and your confusion at first is developing a new part of your brain to actually do things it's never done before. Like whenever I turn left, I realize that I have to turn left farther. Why? Because I don't have an eye right here. I can't see out of it. So I want to be able to see, so my body, it looks further all the time. And that is extra mind working, okay? That is my mind doing things like subconsciously that I don't realize, but it becomes a habit, alright? And it becomes something that is doing something more than the average human brain is. All the time, naturally. So I'm exercising this constantly because I cannot take off my eye patch because I'm partially blind in my eye. So there's no stopping this project for me. I'm probably permanently blind. Hopefully not, but probably I am. And it has forced me to manipulate my brain to work extra to bring out these extra cognitive senses enhancements. Alright, so let's go through here. Here's a more professional, polished, and structured version of my summit notes. I've refined the language for clarity, consciousness, and impact while preserving your original intent and key ideas. This version is suitable for sharing in a professional context such as personal development, summary, investor pitch, deck notes, or motivational recap. Alright, so the core principle, it says complexity is the enemy of execution. The simplicity enables consistent progress and effective implementation. 3 essential elements for breakthrough success: state, story, and strategy. Okay, these are just the notes. Okay, these are the notes from Tony Robbins. Day today with Tony Robbins. These are his notes. These are the notes that I took that he told us to write down. And the homework was to write down the old story, my old story, whatever it was. My old story before 4 months ago, I like to go by, because 4 months ago is when my whole life changed. Whenever I wanted to actually do things to make a difference in the world. And that is Project Prove It. By sharing Project Prove It more and more and more, and then I started doing these Enunciation Perfection videos so that I can improve my speech, because I got tired of hearing ha's and what's. And a lot of those times I was hearing those was because I would speak too fast or I would mumble. And I don't want to be that way. I want everybody to understand what I say whenever I say it, no matter what. So I don't ever want to hear ha or what, or else I'm going to get pissed off. Probably a little bit. And I'm going to think that you're doing it on purpose. Especially since I strive every single day to enunciate every single word that comes out of my mouth. It's what I do. So it's fucking annoying if somebody says huh or what. But anyways, I'm not hating on you for it. That's your own problem. I will repeat it in a more enunciated manner if that's what you want. So my old story is, I previously lived primarily for the present moment, often without sufficient consideration for long-term consequences or sustainability. And that is true. Very true. My old story, okay, my new story is, I am now someone with unwavering drive and determination to complete every goal I set, regardless of external support, obstacles, criticism, or anything else. I will achieve my objectives through persistent effort and resilience. This is my new identity, and I embrace it. And how this transformation will permanently change my life. And here he goes. For the past 4 months, I have maintained an unbroken daily commitment to my Enunciation Perfection practice. The sole purpose has been to dramatically improve my own speech clarity while simultaneously helping others enhance their communication skills and confidence. Through careful, deliberate enunciation, I articulate a wide range of ideas clearly and develop actionable steps to bring them to fruition. This daily discipline has produced tangible proof, recorded sessions, hard copy materials, scripts, business plans, slideshows, and full video presentations of my concepts. By the end of January, in just 2 days, I will complete and launch the full Enunciation Perfection Course, Volume Number 1, which is day 1 through 40. A structured daily reminder system designed to help users speak. The recorded content provides undeniable evidence of progress and dedication. My vision is that viewers will recognize the potential in these ideas, each supported by detailed actionable steps, business plans, scripts, slideshows, and professional video presentations. And choose to invest in one or more of them. Okay, so this creates 2 pathways forward. Investment opportunity. Interested parties can join as collaborators or investors, becoming integral members of the team. Independent execution. Regardless of external funding, every viable idea will be realized through the discipline, actionable processes I have embedded in these sessions. And this consistent daily practice has not only refined my communication abilities, but also built a robust foundation for turning ambitious visions into executable realities. This version maintains your passion and authenticity while making the more professional, reliable, blah, blah, blah. That's Grok XAI telling me that he completed this for me. So one of these I had XAI professionalize. That's the prompt I gave it. I said, Grok, professionalize this, ... and then I pasted what I wrote down. So there it is there.